Students, we are going to discuss the coordination. It is the system which is meant for coordinating different parts of the body of animals. Okay, and there are two types of two parts of the coordination in animals: the nervous coordination and chemical coordination. So, coordination can be discussed in two ways: nervous coordination Is my voice enough, or I should speak loudly, more loudly rather? Huh?
Loud, sir.
Chemical coordination. Well, the nervous coordination is carried out by what the nerves are neurons, okay, and some chemicals which are neurotransmitters. Our discussion for today is on what the chemical coordination. Okay, the chemical coordination is again carried out by the
Three things.
neurotransmitters also participate sometime, and the local messengers and the hormones. Okay, there are some other biochemicals which also take part in the chemical coordination, but those are not included in your syllabus. Well, the local messengers are those chemicals which are secreted from one cell. For example, this is one cell and this is another cell. Okay, the local messenger is, for example, produced from here, and that reaches the plasma membrane and of the next cell, and it stimulates certain phenomenon in the adjacent cell. So these are known as local messengers. The hormones, on the other hand, are those biochemicals which are produced from the ductless glands, are certain non-permanent glandular cells, and they get into the bloodstream, and from the bloodstream they reach their target cells or the target tissues. Okay, so here are what the hormones, the biochemicals which are produced by the glandular cells or glands, and reach their target cells or tissues through the bloodstream. There are many types of the glands. One type of the glands, they are the ductless gland, which we are going to discuss today. These are known as endocrine glands. There are the others which are known as exocrine glands. Exocrine glands are those glands which produce their secretions, and they reach the target area through the ducts. For example, the gastric juice is produced by the gastric glands, and the gastric glands are exocrine glands. There is a good example of the tissue which bears what the exocrine glands as well as the endocrine glands. That is what the pancreas. The pancreas has exocrine tissue, okay, in the form of acini, and endocrine cells which are scattered here and there in the form of islands, which are known as islands of Langerhans. Though that is what the endocrine part of the pancreas. Okay, so the chemicals which are produced by the ductless glands and they reach to their target cells, those are known as what the hormones. Hormones never carry out the biochemical reaction, mind it. They control the biochemical reactions through the enzymes or certain other chemicals. They stimulate the function. So whenever you say that insulin is a hormone that causes the lowering of the blood glucose level, that is wrong. Actually, insulin stimulates the system for system of the enzymes that causes the balance of the blood glucose level. Okay, so here is some introduction about the hormones. Now let's come to the glands. In the coordination, now we are going to start with what? The glands. Which are involved in the coordination. Let's start with the human being. There are certain glands which are found in invertebrates, but right now you are not concerned with those glands. For example, X organ, etc., etc. These are found in the insects. Okay, Y organ, that is also found in the insects. Thoracic gland is also present in the arthropods, but now we are not concerned with those glands. We are right now going to discuss about what the vertebrates and particularly the human beings. Glands of the human beings are as and like here is what the hypothalamus, which acts as what the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. Oh, there is a thalamus, a part of brain. This is what? Thalamus. That acts as the relay center. Okay? Thalamus. Thalamus is quite nervous part of the coordination, nervous part of the brain. Hypothalamus carries out two functions: nervous function and endocrine function as well. Okay, this is this stalk-like structure is known as what? The pituitary stalk. Pituitary stalk. And It is also known as infundibulum. 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 This is the posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary. And this is what the anterior pituitary. This one. It has different types of the cells in it, and those cells that produce different types of the hormones. Here are certain cells which are known as neurosecretory cells. They secrete the hormones, and those hormones are accumulated in the posterior pituitary gland. We'll discuss it later on. This is anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary. It is also known as adenohypophysis. Adenohypophysis. This is known as pars intermedia. Pars intermedia or median pituitary. Median pituitary. And this is known as posterior pituitary or neurohypophysis. What? Neurohypophysis. So there are three parts of the pituitary gland. One, anterior pituitary. One anterior pituitary, two posterior pituitary, and three is what? Median pituitary. And hypothalamus is present on the lower. It is present below the thalamus. Okay. You know, the anterior pituitary is known as master gland because it secretes the hormones which control the other hormones. Okay. At large. Well, the posterior part of the pituitary does not produce any hormone. Mind it. Anterior pituitary produces the hormone and then they are secreted. Posterior pituitary is a sac-like structure, and that is the reservoir for the accumulation of the hormones which are produced by the neurosecretory cells present in the hypothalamus. Okay. Well, now we are going to discuss further the hormones which are produced from the pituitary gland. Those are what? See. This is the anterior pituitary. This is pars intermedia, and this one is posterior pituitary. Okay. So let me write what 1, 2, and 3. This is what? 1. This is 2, and this one is what? 3. 2 and 3. 3, 1. Well, from here, the hormones are produced as under. Number 1, growth hormone. It is also known as what? Somatotropic hormone, STH. Okay. And the second hormone is what? Thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH. Okay. The third one is what? Hello? You remember? Prolactin. Oh, sorry. ACTH. What? ACTH. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. And fourth one is what? Prolactin. And what? Next is what? FSH. And the next is what? LH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And the next is what? The median pituitary gland that produces a single hormone, and that is what? MSH. MSH. This is what? Growth hormone. Growth hormone. This is what? Thyroid stimulating hormone. This is what? Adrenocorticotropic hormone. Prolactin, or it was in the past it was called what? Luteotropic hormone as well. And this one is what? Follicle stimulating hormone. This is what? Luteinizing hormone. This is what? Melanophore stimulating hormone. From here, two hormones are produced, secreted rather. I have told you earlier that the two hormones are produced in the neurosecretory cells, and from there they're transported to this area. Okay, for example, you can show like this. This could be the neurosecretory cell. This could be neurosecretory cell, and their secretions reach here. They are accumulated, and those are what? Oxytocin and vasopressin. Now let's discuss one by one all of these. This was a sort of introduction of the parts of pituitary gland. So now let us start with their functions. Suppose here is I would like to draw the bone cell. Okay, this is what cell, any cell, and this could be just to show you people. Here are the cells which are known as the bone forming cells here. Okay, here are present. Okay, those are known as what? Osteoblast. Okay, osteocytes are never the bone forming cells. The osteocytes are mature cells which are present in the bone, and make sure that those are dead. When the bone cells, they become mature, they become dead. Mind it. Okay. Well, here are present the cells which form the bones, and those cells are, suppose I say that these are the cells which in the pituitary gland, adenohypophysis, these cells, they act over here, they stimulate the system of the enzymes which causes the growth of the cells in two terms. Number one, the size of the cells is increased and the number of cells is increased, mind it. The growth is the phenomenon by which the number of cells is increased, which is known as paraplasia, and the size of the cells is also increased. So in this way, the growth of the bones takes place. Again, the muscle cell, for example, so say there could be, this could be the epithelial cell of the cell of the skin. This could be the cell of the muscle. Okay, I just suppose that this is the muscle. Here are the muscle cells. You know, muscle fibers are the muscle cells. Okay, these cells are also stimulated for the growth. So in this way, the growth hormone parties are STH. Okay, somatotropic hormone causes the increase in the growth of your body organ, general growth of the body organ. Next is what this is suppose rooster is also participating in rooster is also participating in your lecture. See, here is, you know, what trachea, you know, trachea, and here is say what these are the follicles of thyroid gland.
So what is follicle?
Follicles are the small sac-like structures. Okay, this is, say, thyroid gland. This is the anterior lobe, right anterior lobe. This is the left anterior lobe, and this is the right posterior lobe and the left posterior lobe. Mind it that the left posterior lobe is a bit longer. Okay. Now, you see, what was the response? The battery of the hormones, the group of the battery of enzymes are the battery of the group of the enzymes is stimulated by what? Growth hormone. For the growth, how the number and the size of the cells is increased in bones and the muscles and the skin and anywhere. What would be the response over here? We'll see now. Suppose here are the cells which produce what? Thyroid stimulating hormone. What? Thyroid stimulating hormone. Their target cells are what? Thyroid cells. Okay. This is what? Thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay. And what is the response? The response is production of what? Thyroxine. Thyroxine. Okay, this is what? Thyroxine. Usually the students, they misspell thyroxine. They miss the E at the end of thyroxine. It is thyroxine. Okay. And yet there is another mistake which is committed by the students. That is what? When they write insulin, they write insulin like this. Insulin. This is wrong. It is insulin. Okay, mind it. So these are the mistakes which are committed by the students community. Thyroxine is produced by the stimulation of thyroid stimulating hormone, which is produced by anterior lobe of pituitary gland or anterior part of the pituitary gland. Clear? Okay, fine. Next is next is what? The third was what? ACTH. ACTH. Okay. ACTH. Let me first draw the the target cells. So this is kidney, this is kidney, and here is the inner part of what? Adrenal gland. This is cortical region, and this one is medulla. Okay, the medullary region is not stimulated by pituitary hormone. This is what? Medulla, and this is what? The cortex. Opa, chup kar ja. That is as if the rooster is participating in the lecture. Okay, come on. This is adrenal gland. This one is adrenal gland. Adrenal gland. And why we call it adrenal? Because it is at the end position of renal part of the body. This is what? Renal means what? Kidney. Okay, kidney. I think we should have the pause. Excuse me, let me complete it. Then we'll take the pause so that the rooster may be managed. Okay, that is causing a sort of nuisance. Look, this is medulla, and from here the ACTH is produced. Okay, here is what? ACTH, that is coming from the pituitary gland, and that stimulates what? The cortical region of what? Adrenal gland. What is the response? The adrenal gland produces what? What? Mineralocorticoids, and testosterone, and glucocorticoids. These are three types of the hormones which are produced by what? The cortex of what? Kidney. Cortex of what? Adrenal gland, and that is controlled, that is stimulated by ACTH. Okay, so I think we should close up to here. Okay, the lecture would go so much long. Okay.